Hello, my name is Phil Barone, and for many years I made mouthpieces for saxophones for a lot of really wonderful players. And this one particular player by the name of Dave Liebman wanted to try my soprano mouthpiece. So I drove down to New York City and on a gig he was playing, and tried my mouthpiece, and he obviously loved it. And I proposed to him coming out with a Dave Liebman model, and he seemed to go along with that at the time. I later found out from him, actually, in the conversation, I found out that he was in cahoots with another mouthpiece maker from New England, who shall remain nameless because I have an agreement with him. I found out they were stealing my design, and I got very upset. And I told Dave Liebman in a phone conversation I was going to kill him. Now, you may think that's strange, but these were my babies. I soon found out that this other mouthpiece maker from New England has been stealing everybody's designs. I'm gonna explain something here, right? Just because a person makes mouthpieces does not make them a mouthpiece craftsman. Some guys rely on their machinery or CAD/CAM or some shit like that, but don't know diddly shit about playing the sax or really how to make a mouthpiece. So they have to copy, right? Anyway, I also, in some AA meetings I went to a musicians meeting on 42nd Street. There was a bass player of his that used to go. I won't mention his name. He's a good guy. He told me that Liebman used to go in a hotel and start demanding services that he wasn't entitled to. Let me tell you something. It doesn't matter how good a musician you are. It does not matter how good a musician is in terms of how good a person they are. Now, why don't you think about that? I've known everyone. And the good ones, like Sonny Rollins and Jackie McLean and Steve Grossman, are few and far between. So, of which, by the way, Dave Liebman, in 500 lifetimes, could not come close to them. You have to be a good person to make great music. Oh, say something else about the mouthpiece business these days and the equipment business in general. They've suckered us all into believing that a mouthpiece is going to make some kind of tremendous difference in your playing. And it doesn't. I've been in the mouthpiece business since 1982, and it's not that big a whoop. Stop being a sucker. If you're buying mouthpieces endlessly, stop it. All right? Stop going for refacing and this and that. Because the only thing that fucking matters is what you play, not the shit that you play it on. If you don't like this, it's too goddamn bad. I'll tell you something else. People like Jerry Bergonzi and Dave Liebman, who endorses anything with a fucking hole in it, Bob Shepard, all these guys are constantly switching mouthpieces, are a detriment to you. They influence, and by the way, Bob Shepard and Dave Liebman and Jerry Bergonzi are not in the league of John Coltrane and Sonny Rollins. They're effective, efficient, competent saxophone players. And the line is drawn there. They are not artists on the level of John Coltrane. Sonny Rollins, Jack McLean, Steve Grossman. I've known all those guys with the exception of Coltrane, and they were good fucking people. So, work on this, not on this.